I do like to be beside the seaside. How I do like to be beside the sea. I do like to stroll upon the brum, 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 where the brass band plays in the So just let me be beside the seaside. I'll be beside myself with glee. And there's lots of girls besides. I should like to be beside the seaside, beside the sea.
Hello everyone, I'm a Southend boy born and bred and I love this town. However, whilst it's not a bash the council tirade, I do think that many balls have been dropped over the years as this town has developed and grown up. And these are just a few thoughts on that. I'll start with a subject that is very dear to my heart, which is the pier. The pier obviously started back in 1830 as a jetty where day trippers would disembark. Before those days, you get these stout and hardy fishermen who would carry the trippers on their backs across the mud. I'd love to have been able to see that, with ladies in their posh frocks being piggybacked unceremoniously to the shore. It would be wonderful to have seen that. Trip to the end of the pier, especially during Carnival Week, was always one of the highlights of the year for me. My great aunt and uncle would come down from London for the talk to open session. Then after that, we would go to Never Never Land and onto the pier. Now, getting off the train at the station at the end of the pier and hearing all the noises of the fair, especially the ghost train, the people and the music, would literally make my hairs on the back of my neck just stand up. They were great days. And of course, back in '76 we had the big fire. It's hard to believe now, it's been nearly 40 years since that happened. And everyone naturally, myself included, assumed that the pier would be rebuilt. Then it came to light that the pier wasn't insured. Quick wheel down Southend Council for that one. One of our best known landmarks, and someone forgot to renew the insurance. So for years now we've had nothing more than an invigorating walk on the pier. Why? Why has it been allowed to happen? We've had endless proposals, ideas, wheezes and schemes, but nothing has actually happened. Again, why? The recent redevelopment of the Golden Mile shows the council can get it right sometimes. Apart from the fact that at either end of it you have two iconic landmarks, curls on the pier, that are mere shadows of their former greatness. Personally, I think the pier, the Golden Mile and the Curzal should be part of one strategic plan. Get the council, the architects, the planners, the businessmen, local residents, Southend people, get us all involved and come up with one overall plan that takes in everything. As I said, the council do get it right sometimes. I spend a lot of time in the high street hunting for clues to lost buildings, as people already know. And at the top of the high street you have the New Odeon. Whilst that's not as grand as the old one, I still think that it fits in. Whilst it is a modern building, I believe it has an older look about it that's more befitting the old high street. And you look at the London Road and you see, this, a revolting building. Who thought it was supposed to be up? And more importantly, why was it allowed to be built? Even the old Polytechnic looked better than that. Come on. Now, staying on the high street when I was a kid, it was full of individually owned shops offering brilliant service. Dixon's, Brightwell's and Keddy's, to name just a few. Now it's just a collection of pound shops and coffee shops. Why? Individual shops can survive. You only have to look at Lee Broadway to see that. The question is, if the council can protect the integrity of Lee, why can't the same council do the same with Southend High Street? Anyway, those are my thoughts on the idea. I accept that changes must happen. However, I don't believe that change should happen just for the sake of it, as Dr. Malcolm suggested in Jurassic Park. Just because they could doesn't mean they should. And to close, a plea to the powers that be: please, please, please restore the pier, restore that grand old lady to greatness. She's the very core of this town. and she deserves to be treated with respect. You know, now so those are my thoughts. If anybody got some comments or come back on it, or ideas or suggestions or whatever, just put them on the comments and let's see what sort of debate we can get out of this. Anyway, I'll catch you all later. Bye.
Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea. I do like to stroll upon the brum, 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 where the brass band plays in the So just let me be beside the seaside. I'll be beside myself with glee. And there's lots of girls besides. I should like to be beside the seaside, beside the sea.